Who would have ever thought that someone who would have publicly suggested 86ing the president
would do something like this?
Viva Frei, Montreal litigator turned YouTuber, and this is Winston the Westie. Now, I'm going to mention something which you probably would not have noticed, and once I mention it, you're not going to be able to unsee it. See what I did to my lip there? That is not a hickey. I actually burst some blood vessels on my lip, blowing the egg out of an ostrich egg shell.
Oh my god, your lips.
Did I burst blood vessels?
Looks like you're wearing lipstick.
How bad is it, Mar? Very how bad is it? So it looks like I'm going to look like I have lipstick on my lips for the next few days. Hopefully it doesn't last too long, but lesson learned, do not blow too hard when trying to blow things out of things. Now on to the vlog for the day. Governor Gretchen Whitmer is back in the news, and she is back in the news again for the wrong reasons. You'll recall that Governor Whitmer made the news a few months ago, although it might have actually been more than a few months ago, when she was on Meet the Press, and she had positioned in the backdrop of her setting little blocks that said 8645. It said 8645 under a flower pot, and people on the internet picked up on this because it was actually in your face obvious. 86 means to cancel, or according to some, to, you know, what mobsters do in mob movies. 86 has been defined as meaning 80 miles out and 6 feet deep, and 45 was obviously referring to the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. When social media sleuths picked up on this and the proverbial poo-poo hit the fan, she denied it, obviously, saying, "Oh, I only meant to cancel President Trump by voting him out of office." I did a vlog breaking it down at the time, although right now I actually believe I was somewhat naive back then. It seems that pretty much everybody knows what 86 means. I did not know what it meant, so I gave her the benefit of the doubt, but I think I am done giving Gretchen Whitmer the benefit of the doubt.
You're saying it weird. Why are you putting so much emphasis on the H?
Whitmer also made the news when she was allegedly the object of some plot to kidnap her. The trial in that kidnapping plot is underway, and it seems that one of the 3 informants has himself been indicted. One of the key witnesses to the prosecution, the informant himself, has been indicted on felony gun charges or something along those lines, so it already looks like the trial is going bad for the prosecution. Few things worse than having one of your key witnesses in the file, one of your informants themselves, who I think actually was a paid informant, themselves end up indicted on felony gun charges. It could be argued that that is in fact criminal entrapment. I have no doubt the defense will argue it. To be determined. We will see what happens in that trial when things come to an end. This time, Governor Whitmer is back in the news for a nursing home scandal in her own state, much along the lines of what Andrew Cuomo is going through in New York, except I guess Governor Whitmer doesn't have the benefit of a sexual harassment allegation to distract from her
scandal.
The breaking news is that Governor Whitmer might herself actually be facing criminal charges for her handling of the coronavirus pandemic and her, by executive order, requiring nursing homes to take in COVID-positive patients from the hospital. In an article from The Federalist written by one Tristan Justice, Whitmer's Michigan State Health Department refuses to release nursing home COVID death data. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, MDHHS, is covering up state data to show the extent of devastation from Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer's repeated orders last year, which forced COVID-stricken patients into nursing homes. And when you read this, there really is only one impression that you can have, that this is allegedly just pure criminal conduct. Whitmer signed an executive order on April 15 demanding long-term care facilities, quote, must not prohibit admission or readmission of a resident based on COVID-19 testing requirements or results, end quote, and renewed the policy several times until it was rescinded in September. Governor Whitmer has such inclusive policies that she prohibited refusing admission or readmission of COVID-positive patients into nursing homes. And it didn't happen just once, it happened month after month after month until September. That is April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months of absolute devastation. This is in fact the same policy that Andrew Cuomo had implemented in New York, which by some accounts is said to have amounted to upwards of 8,000 excess deaths. We don't know the exact number because Cuomo-like Whitmer is covering up the numbers, stonewalling requests for information, and Cuomo even changed the manner in which they counted deaths after implementing the policy and facing backlash for it. After facing the backlash, Cuomo stopped counting people at nursing homes who died in hospitals in tallying how many nursing home patients died. So while he was counting nursing home home deaths if they occurred in the nursing homes. He was not including in that number nursing home patients that died in a hospital. Now, some people might argue, what difference does that make? It's just one inclusive number. It doesn't matter if they died in a nursing home versus a hospital. Well, unfortunately, when the country is trying to plan and respond to this pandemic, if you don't give clear numbers, it kind of affects the way the country responds. It also makes it difficult to determine exactly where the cause of the spread is coming from, what the number would have been had they not sent back COVID-positive patients to the nursing homes and then sent back infected patients to the hospitals to further spread and pass away in the hospitals. Now, I just got a text and I've got to see who that is. Nate Brody. Yo, Nate.
Yo, did you see that police shooting?
Oh, one sec. Before you even go there, do you mind having a cameo in a vlog?
When? Right now?
Right now.
Okay, sure.
All right, that's the extent of it. I don't want the details of this on the vlog, but I'm going to stop recording. Well, it seems that Nate Brody has an interesting story which he may or may not be live streaming about, so go check out his channel to see if he does in fact live stream on this, but back to my vlog. Whitmer, who now faces potential criminal charges of her own, appears to be engaging in a cover-up as her administration heads to court to keep state death data on nursing homes hidden from public view. How is this cover-up materializing? Well, apparently a FOIA request lawsuit was filed, and apparently Whitmer is not complying. On Tuesday, the Mackinac Center Legal Foundation filed a lawsuit on behalf of Michigan Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist Charlie LaDuff to force the MDHHS to comply with a Freedom of Information Act request to release data on nursing homes. And just a brief one-paragraph intro of that lawsuit, they sure want you to remember that the journalist is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist. State of Michigan Court of Claims, Charles LaDuff, plaintiff versus the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, a state public body. Defendant. The plaintiff, Charles LaDuff, is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist and a resident of Michigan who filed the FOIA request at issue in this case in order to obtain information relating to possibly preventable deaths related to the state's COVID-19 response. LaDuff's complaint goes on to allege that he filed a FOIA request with the MDHHS, and they responded 63 minutes later, denying the request on the basis that it would be an invasion of privacy. MDHHS said it would be an invasion of privacy, even though apparently you can get all of the death certificates online if you pay a $34 fee. LaDuff, according to the complaint, first requested aggregate data on Michigan's death count in late January, which was promptly denied an hour later by state officials, claiming a violation of privacy laws. After a back and forth with the Public Health Department, LaDuff simplified his request to include merely the age of those who died from COVID, the dates of their death, the date their death was added to the statewide toll, and whether the deceased were infected at a long-term care facility. The state again denied the request on privacy grounds, although anyone may still go online to request individual death certificates for a $34 fee, which includes far more information. It is absolutely flabbergasting. In Michigan alone, nearly 17,000 people died of COVID, and Governor Whitmer is stonewalling on communicating information that would shed some light onto the situation. She is stonewalling on disclosing information that might allow the general public to see how many deaths might have actually resulted from her own policy. And it's not just her. You have Governor Cuomo doing the same thing. You have the same policy having been adopted in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and California. We are being governed by corrupt politicians who govern through secrecy as opposed to transparency. And when they finally get caught, they fight tooth and nail and use every measure possible to keep the truth from getting to the people they serve. We will see where this goes, but like I said in a previous vlog on Governor Cuomo's issue in New York, if they found a way to indict Rick Snyder, the former governor of Michigan, on the Flint, Michigan water scandal, they had better thoroughly investigate Governor Whitmer and Governor Cuomo. Because it doesn't look good, and the more they conceal, the worse it looks. All right, and with that said, I feel someone getting kind of restless here. We're going to go out and make a pee-pee. You are going to pee. You're going to pee outside, not inside, right?
I'm not sure.
If you like my videos and you like my content, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, drop a comment in the comment section below because it feeds the algorithm. If you want to support the channel, all of these support links are in the pinned comment. We've got all the standard stuff, but we've also got merch. Politics Ruins Everything on Eternal Truth. And speaking of Eternal Truths, Robert Barnes and I do weekly live streams every Sunday. We have started doing weekly live streams every Wednesday with a guest. We are also on Locals, vivabarneslaw.locals.com. All of my content is also on Rumble if you want to get off one platform and go to another. But more important than any of that, take care of yourselves, check in on friends and family, make sure everyone around you is doing well, and now you know your vlog. Peace out.